joined here today with my younger brother, Kenneth.
Safe on this way.
George, this is what I've got to stick my ass out the door to fart. When I got drunk, I was pretty much a dick really when I you put me. Yeah. Well, hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Mick, and yeah, joined here today with my younger brother, Kenneth. I'll say Kenny. I get Mick, he gets Kenny. I call him Kenneth, just like he calls me Michael. Everyone calls us Mick, everyone calls him Kenny. Make of it what you want. We've come for some chill out time. We're at Eggleston Abbey, one of my favourite spots, which you probably well know. And we've got the log burner on. We're going to put some jacketaties in, and we're going to spend some brotherly time together. Because Kenneth, how long has it been you come off the drink?
I mean, I stopped properly drinking Christmas, like.
Oh wow, so it's been, no, I didn't even know it was that long.
Yeah,
well done man, well done. See what you can do when you can put your mind to something, you can achieve anything. So Kenneth, he's off the drink. Not that it was a problem really, wasn't it?
Well, I didn't realise until I stopped, like, because I wanted to lose weight, and so I started cutting down the drinking. It was like about 2 weeks of sobriety.
Mm-hmm.
I realised that the drinking was probably the main issue, because I started getting the withdrawal and the shakes and everything. It was pretty embarrassing.
It is what it is. It's seeing it though, isn't it? Seeing it for what it is, and then no man, well done man, good shape. Good stuff. We're gonna have some jacketaties, some nice boiled veg, and enjoy some of this fine ass sunshine, because it's decided to come out after hailstoning all day. But yeah man, good times. We'll catch us in a bit. Oh, look at that man. A meal fit for a king. You wouldn't think we're wild, rough and camping it, would you, when we've got friggin' food like this on the go? The only way to live.
It's been struggling to put up.
You getting cold?
A little bit.
It's because we've come out here, it's red hot in the van. Had that log burner on and the gas, obviously on the gas burner. It's absolutely boiling hot in the van. And you come out here and it's actually pretty chilly. Yeah, we're going to sit down here and have a tea. Looking forward to it, man, looking forward to it. I just hope the veg is cooked.
We'll find out.
Well.
It's fine.
I'm stuffed now, ate like a king. Very delicious if I do say so myself. Very delicious. But now the joys, time to do the dishes. I've turned the van round. I'm going to have a nice little fire here, I think. Sitting, wait for the stars to come out. Get walking to play some guitar maybe. Well, that fire's out, so got the fire on in here to warm up. Oh god, it's so cold, but I have had a pretty cool night stargazing. I'll put the pictures on so you can have a look.
Warm now.
Starting to warm up. I'm getting cold and you're getting warm. You were freezing before.
I know.
Which
Still
is
getting a little bit of heat off
that as well. That's the thing though, when we're standing out there, you are only getting warm one side and the cold air was coming from the other side. Plus we're parked right beside the river. You can probably hear them out there. So all that gushing and the cold off the water, that obviously blows up this little bit of hill that we're on. But it was nice that the skies are clear, because we were forecast for rain and clouds, but...
There's been loads of satellites.
Satellites, I've been satellite spotting them.
There's another one.
Is
It's a good thing the camera can't pick up your thoughts.
Who's yours?
Yours?
Mine. What's wrong with my thoughts, eh? For the regular watchers, you know, obviously I'm suffering because I've come off all the opioids and stuff like that over the years have damaged me insides. I do suffer the odd gas problem. It's been in the past. You know, my more lass, I've been trapped in the van with me gas problems. And
Stick-a-dap-a-doo, yeah, yeah.
now my younger brother's getting subject to it. I'll put the kettle on, I think I'll make a cuppa. Right, that's my cuppa made. Yep, so as I was saying earlier on, my little younger brother has packed the drink in. And it was a problem. Right.
It was?
It was. And it's kind of recognising it as a problem, isn't it really? It's because you're different to me when it comes to drinks. See now, Kenneth's experienced me when I was a drinker. And when I got drunk, I was pretty much a dick really when you put the nights out and that, when I've acted myself, and I was a bit of a dick. That's one of the main reasons why I stopped the drink, because when you hit the drink and the spirit, especially the spirits, I wasn't me. Whatever it was, it just wasn't me. I don't like to think I'm a nasty person. I like to be the best person I can be. When I was on the drink, I was a complete arsehole. Kenneth's not like that when you're on the drink, are you?
So I think I'm just like a exaggerated version of myself, like I suppose, like how I feel about it. But like there'd be times when I was drunk, and when I'd like say in the morning after, I'd worry about like, oh, what have I done? Like I'm worried because I can't remember like the beer fear. But then my mates would be like, oh, I didn't even know you were drunk. That's probably like one of the first signs it was a problem. It's hard because like you don't really recognise your issues until you're on the other side of them. My experience with drink, and like we live in a society where it's completely normal to drink. It's encouraged. If you go out somewhere and you're not drinking, you get grilled on it. Why are you not drinking? Get a shot down here. Like it's the mentality, and it's like beer's on offer all the time. If you buy a drink in a supermarket at 8 in the morning, no one cares. No one bats an eyelid. It's an amalgamation of all of that, and lockdown, my drink increased massive amounts, but it was fine because it's normal to drink, it's okay. And you'd finish work and you'd have a couple of cans because it's normal. I decided to stop drinking, not even because I thought the drink was a problem, because I didn't really think it was. I was just like, I'm going to cut down on drinking to help us lose weight. And it's working because I've lost weight. I've lost over 12 kilos now.
What's that in old school?
Well, it's over 2 stone.
Two a bit stone.
About 2 stone. So it's working, obviously cutting out the drink and living a better life, I guess. But I stopped drinking to lose weight. That was the only reason I stopped drinking. But then I was sober for 2 weeks. And then that's when I started getting proper withdrawal. So like feeling like utter shit. Like severe flu-like symptoms, but it wasn't obviously the
rattles.
Flu. Yeah, like shaking, waking up in the night, sweating, cold, shivering, and
detox.
At that moment, I was really like embarrassed because I was like, "Fuck, I am like an alcoholic." Oh well, it's cheaper buying 10 cans than buying 4, and then you drink 4, and then you're like, "Oh well, I've already had 4, I'll have another one," and then you'll just sit and drink all 10 in one night, and yeah. Feel shit the next day. But now like I'm waking up in mornings, like fine, and you keep telling yourself it's not a problem, but like you're lying to yourself because you wake up on a Saturday at midday feeling like shit. Since I've stopped drinking, I've not woke up on Saturday on midday. I woke up 9 in the morning, like fine.
Because like it's like you said, you drink 10 cans and you think, oh well, I'm only drinking on a night time, it's not a problem, I'm not an alcoholic. Because people think, well, I don't get up in the morning and drink. I think that's an alcoholic. An alcoholic is when your body's dependent on that substance to be able to go to sleep through the night and sleep properly. But your body's not really sleeping. It's wearing off the alcohol effect, the poison, really, because that's what alcohol is, isn't it? It's poison. It's poisoning your body. Alcohol's fermented barley, fermented fruit, apples, potatoes, whatever, you know. And when you're drinking that fermented stuff, it's poisoning your body. Your body gets that feeling of being pissed, which is basically poison. And then when you wake up the next day, your body's trying to recover from that. You're going without it, your body goes through the detox, and that's when you kind of realise, well, actually, I was a bit dependent on drink. 4 months now for you, now.
It's going alright. So like, it's not a case like I went completely cold turkey or anything, because I was like, I'm doing this to lose weight. I'd write days in my diary where it's like, I'm going to a gig, I'll let myself drink that day. But what I found myself doing is, I drunk the first few times when I've set those days. I had like 4 pints at a gig, but the last gig I went to, I had 1 bottle of beer, and it's just like, I'm now kind of actively choosing not to drink, even though I'm telling myself I'm allowed to if I want to.
Me, when I come off my shit, like the coke, the alcohol, and then the painkillers, I went cold turkey. That's what all these problems are, I think, is I've done it the wrong way. I should have really cut down. You do what you do, didn't you, really, and you just got to work.
You get through it the way you kind of need to get through it.
Yeah.
Cutting down and weaning yourself doesn't work for some people when it's like an addiction, because it's an addiction and it's hard to.
Yeah, it's hard to, because it's like, oh well, I'm going to cut down, so I'm just going to take these amount a day, and then when you've taken that amount, you think, I'm just taking it on because it hasn't really done nothing for us, and you know, so sometimes I think going cold turkey is the only option for some people. But like you know, it's each person's different. Your coping mechanisms and how we do it, and I also believe it's a mindset. It's a massive mindset where if you're like, right, I'm going to do this, I'm going to better myself, and you're fixated on it, you will do it. Where if you look at it and you're like, oh, I can't. I'm going to struggle if I come off that, or I'm going to really struggle if I don't have a drink tonight, or I'm really going to struggle if I don't take these tablets. You're telling yourself you're going to struggle, so you're basically setting yourself for failure before you've even started. Like you say, you've done it to lose weight, so you'd already set that goal, and by the time you'd gone without it, you'd realised, oh fuck, actually it was a problem.
Came in at a different angle.
Yeah.
But it's good, because like, I'm kind of scared in the sense, like, where could it have went? Like, it could have obviously went a lot worse. It could have just kept going deeper and deeper, and it could have turned into day drinking and missing work and whatever.
Because like you say, when you were drunk, you didn't have your friend, because people couldn't hardly really tell when you were pissed, could they? Especially if you drank 10 cans and you were still functioning. Where you never had your mates saying, well, you know.
Yeah, like, well, Kenny, you've had enough, like, slow down, or like, you're being a bit of a tit yakking yourself.
Like, I used to get told all the time.
Like, I never got checked for it, so I never thought it was a problem. And it's only now, on the other side of it, that I can recognise that it was a problem. And I can also recognise that other people wouldn't have been able to see it as a problem, because essentially I'm kind of masking it. I'm just kind of lying to myself and getting through the days. And obviously nobody knows what goes on in each other's heads.
Oh, really?
It's like I'm just down and beating myself up constantly, and then I'm like, because I'm getting stressed at work, I'm like, oh, I'll have a drink. But I never noticed that I was in that kind of pattern of thinking. Like, I've had a hard day, I'll have a couple of cans, because it's normal.
I mentioned that a couple of videos ago when I was on about the cannabis. When I've come off the cannabis, that's what you make an excuse up. Oh, like, I'm in pain, I'll have a joint. Oh, it's 4:20, I'll have a joint. You know, oh, I've just done this, let's celebrate, I'll have a joint. You know, and it's if you want it, you'll find an excuse to use it. Same alcohol, and you know, it's finding that, like you say, it's I've had a tough day, I'm gonna have a drink. You know, it's beating that really.
It's ingrained in way, isn't it? Like, you can't kind of celebrate without drinking, really. Like,
Well, that's what's when you go to a celebration and you have a party.
yeah.
Everyone's drink. It's a drink thing, and like you say, if you're not drinking, well, you're not drinking.
Why not drinking? Why not?
Yeah, you're shunned. Not shunned really, but you're fronted out.
Have an excuse.
Yeah, you've got to have an excuse why you can't drink. It's like, I'm happy enough without it. Yeah, I'm buzzing for you, proper proud of you. Well done, kid.
I'm pretty happy with myself.
You should be really.
The initial period was hard, I think, and I think, like you say, like, as long as you're doing it for a reason in your own head that you believe in, it makes it easier. I think if you come in with the mindset of, oh, I want to cut this out because I'm supposed to, or it's expected of us, it's not going to stick, and you're not going to do it. You need to do it for yourself. You kind of need to have that epiphany. You need to have that awakening to be like, I'm going to change. I'm going to live a better lifestyle.
Yeah, definitely. And I've also got a confession to make. I just farted.
No, fucking safe, I was safe.
The joy, this is why I've got to stick my ass out the door to fart. But yeah, good stuff, man. Road to recovery and all that, you know what I mean? It's about loving yourself.
If you love yourself, you can change yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Chill out and we'll catch us in a bit. Good morning, guys. And what a beautiful morning it is. After the brother slept last night. It's his bedroom. Had some bloody weird birds sat at the back of the van 3 o'clock this morning. Making a bloody racket. I don't know actually. As you can tell by my messy hair. You sleep alright then? Did you hear that bird this morning? Spoken at the back of the van. Little bastard. Passing breakfast time. Oh, we've come up to the priory, the abbey, if you like. Better view, have a breakfast too. Beautiful day, beautiful morning. Nice bacon sandwich. Like I say, trying to put some weight on. Yeah man, simple living, no other way like it. It's a beautiful day. We were down over the Abbey, as you know, getting my breakfast and that. I did get a phone call. I got 2 phone calls off the hospital. Kind of knocked us a little bit, but it's alright. We'll find out more next week. When they stick the camera up, because they found something in my colon. They just need to know what they're dealing with. Blah blah blah, all that. But you know, I have faith. I'm nice and strong, so we will deal with what comes. But guys, if you like what you see, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, hit that bell, and I'll catch you next time.